we're going to go over chapter 0.4, dimensional analysis. Some background information on dimensional analysis is that it's also referred to as a unit factor method, and it can be used to convert from one unit to another or go back and forth in between numerous units. You can convert anything such as mass, length, and even units of time. When you set up a dimensional analysis, you can set any value equal to 1 for the first step. This can be justified because any value that's multiplied by 1 is itself, so you're not changing any value that's given. For instance, you can define how many feet are in a yard by setting up a fraction that's equal to 1. You can say 3 feet over 1 yard is equal to 1, and it doesn't change any value. When you perform a problem that requires dimensional analysis, you must consider the given units and the desired units. For example, if you're trying to convert from feet to inches, your beginning/given unit would be feet, and your ending unit or desired unit would be inches. This problem is an example where dimensional analysis solves a conversion that's found in the same system instead of changing systems. So you're saying English to English system versus going from like English to metric. And you can do either. Like an example, given the miles to kilometers, changing systems, but dimensional analysis can go from the same system to different systems. Dimensional analysis can be helpful in doing conversions with one step or many steps. That's their multi-step conversions with many steps or single-step conversions with just one step. So next are some examples of both. Example 1 is going to be a change between the same system, so we're going to go yards to feet, which is both the English system. So your given units is the yards, and your ending units is feet. So your first factor that you need is you need to set something equal to 1. So we know that there are 3 feet in a yard, and it's critical that the yards is on the bottom because you want to cancel out the given. So in your next step, you're going to use this fraction you set equal to 1 in the dimensional analysis. So you start with your given, which is 5 yards, and you're going to multiply it by your conversion factor with yards on the bottom so yards cancel out. So you're going to say 5 yards times 3 feet and 1 yard is equal to 15 feet. This is an example of a single-step dimensional analysis because it only took one conversion factor. Example 2, this is going to be an example between two different systems. You're going to convert 5 yards to centimeters. So your given is yards and your desired unit is centimeters. So you're going to go from yards to feet, feet to inches, and inches to centimeters. And this is going to be a multi-step dimensional analysis because it's going to require many different conversion factors. And a lot of times, just something to go by if you're going in between systems, unless it's like pounds to kilograms or something direct, you're going to have a multi-step conversion. So when you try to convert the 5 yards to centimeters, you have your 3 different conversions. So you start with 5 yards, has 3 feet and 1 yard, and your yards cancel out. And then you're going to set feet on the bottom, so 1 foot has 12 inches. And then you're going to go inches to centimeters, so your inches is on the bottom. 2.54 centimeters is in 1 inch. And then once you set up your dimensional analysis, you multiply everything straight across. So once you multiply this, you get 457.2 centimeters, or is in 5 yards. As you solve the problem, make sure you cancel them out. So like I said, yards cancel, feet, inches, and then you're left with centimeters. Okay, one last example is example 3. It's a multi-step dimensional analysis for the same system. So you're going to convert 3 miles to inches, and there's not really like a given miles to inches, so you're going to go miles, feet, inches. So you start with 3 miles, and you know how many feet are in a mile, 5,280, and then you know how many inches are in a foot. So your feet cancel, giving you 190,080 inches. Okay, and just a little hint that's helped me and it might help you. If you're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you can expect a larger number. So when you go from miles to inches, there's a lot more inches in a mile. So there's going to be a larger number. Where if you're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, expect a smaller number. So if I'm going to inches to miles, there's a lot less inches, or there's a lot more inches in a mile, so the mile will be smaller. And that's chapter 0.4, dimensional analysis.